Hey there, here we are yet again with the kilt that you saw some time ago with that unusual pleating style that the customer and I agreed upon, which was because this is an archived vintage cloth. It's Highland Light Infantry number 2A, I believe it is, no longer made. I had a roll of the stuff. This is the second last kilt length. I have one more kilt length sitting on the shelf. And after that, unless somebody's got a time machine or a warehouse that's flooded with argon or some other noble gas to prevent any sort of rot, we're never going to see this cloth again. So, because the set is extraordinarily large, we decided upon a rather unique and unusual pleating style in that, as you can see, we alternate white, red, white, blank, and so on across the piece, which gave us a kilt with enough pleats. We want a generous number of pleats because it's richer, it hangs better, and frankly, for far too many kilt makers these days, they prove me wrong, but I think they try to save money by saving effort by having fewer and wider pleats. In any case, I can't remember what the pleat number is here, but it's a good number, and it's going to hang. It's going to drape extraordinarily well. On top of that, at his request, I've added a Seaforth Highlanders. I think the Gordon Highlanders wore the same thing. Kilt pin, and this is I think the second to last of a run that I commissioned, silver plated rather than solid silver, and consequently I could sell it for $30 instead of $300, which is what the damn silver ones cost. I've put it in place, and I'm directing this to the new owner, who am I going to send this link to. Please, please, please leave it in place. Don't take it out, because every time, as I said elsewhere, every time you fiddle with a kilt pin, you take it out, you put it back in, eventually you erode two tremendous holes in the apron. We don't want that. Top band, because I've learned not to use this same heavy cloth for the top band because it just adds too much volume. It adds nearly that much volume to the waist of a kilt because of the quantity of the thickness of the cloth. So I used a twill. No, it isn't a twill. It's a woven strip, which is more typically used for garter flashes for the hose. But I got a couple of rolls of it, so I went with that, and I think it looks really good. Other features: hand-cut black buckles. Hand-cut black straps, and the two buckles are vintage. These have been salvaged from old army kilts, and I've got quite a handful of them because for a while I was working practically full-time as an army kilt maker, and we were refurbishing old kilts, and at the time we were switching out the old buckles with the newer single-tongue buckles. So my feeling is, in the past, the army kilt makers would recycle these because I think a soldier got a new kilt back before the Second World War. I think a soldier got a new kilt every couple of years. I have the information reference tucked away somewhere. And these were made in-house by the regimental master stitch and his apprentices. And it would not surprise me at all that they would recycle these buckles. I have, again, many hundreds of these have passed through my hands. And I just get the feeling that looking at the changes in design and the changes in manufacture, I think there was a wartime expedient that came out during the First World War. These could well be pre-World War I. I can't list, and I can't really argue my case, but I just have a sense that these are extraordinarily old buckles. So they've got a bit of TI. And the fact that this kilt has been commissioned by a veteran, there's a nice touch there. On the inside, I'm going to pause just for a second. I'd mentioned in the previous video about the Sow's Ear Chronicles, about a bit of extra cloth to act as an underlay from the buttonhole for a little bit better comfort. On the inside, we chose a unique lining, and I think, as I've said elsewhere, this sort of grisly memento mori motif actually in British Army history goes back to the early 1850s. And that'll be the subject of another video perhaps. But there we are. That's what he chose. I quite like it. I'm going to pack this up right after this video shot, actually. I'm going to pack this up and have it on its way to him tomorrow. And I wish him all success, and I wish many years of happiness, of use, and of wear of this, his new kilt. Thank you.